Hello students, myself Anna Sahib Gorane, Rayat Shikshan Sanstha's RBNB College Srihampur. I am junior college teacher in physics. Now our today's article is electromagnetic induction. Sub-article is inductance of solenoid. You know electromagnetic induction. You also know Faraday's laws, Lenz's law, and you also know inductance, self-inductance. Now today we see inductance of solenoid. Now what is solenoid? It is closely wound helical coil of conducting wire. It is closely wound conducting wire. It is a solenoid. Suppose this is a closely wound helical wire. It is a solenoid, and current is passed through this solenoid, and we have to find the inductance of this solenoid. When current is passed through this coil, what happens, or this winding of the solenoid, it produces magnetic field phi V in its central region, and this magnetic flux phi V is directly proportional to the current I, we know. Or this magnetic flux phi V is some constant term, we call it as L, coefficient of self-induction or self-inductance, and that phi V is L into I, or this L is phi V upon I. This is for one turn of the coil. For n turns of the coil, we simply multiply here by capital N. So this L will be N phi V upon I. Suppose this is our equation 1. For one turns of coil, we write it as phi V upon I. If number of turns are capital N, we write this L as N phi V upon I. This term N phi V is called as flux linkage. It is called as flux linkage. If small n is number of turns per unit length of the coil, small n is number of turns per unit length, then this capital N will be small n into L. Note that here capital L is for self-inductance, small L for the length, capital N for number of turns, small n for number of turns per unit length. At middle of this coil, the flux linkage, we find at the middle, the flux linkage is N phi V. This N phi V will be, at the middle, the flux linkage will be N phi V is equal to N, but this phi V is B into A. Flux phi V is B into A. Actually it is vector B dot A, that is BA cos theta. Angle between B and A is theta, so we write simply as BA. But this capital N is small n into L, and also as this is NL, so this flux linkage will be NL into BA. At the middle of solenoid, this magnetic induction B is mu 0 Ni. We have already studied at the middle of the solenoid, this B is mu 0 Ni, where mu 0 is permeability of free space Hence, we write this N phi b as flux linkage as NL into mu 0 Ni into A. Hence, our equation 1 becomes, this is our equation 1, inductance L is equal to, substitute value of this N into phi b as N L mu 0 N I A upon I. I get cancelled and we get capital L is equal to mu 0 N square L mu 0 into N square L A. Capital L is mu 0 N square L into A. Hence, capital L upon L will be mu 0 N square A. What is this capital L upon L? This is inductance per unit length. And this inductance per unit length for the solenoid is mu 0 N square A. But as we know, area is pi r square for the circular shape. And r is d by 2. Hence, this is mu 0 N square pi d square by 4. Area is pi r square, but r is d by 2. So this inductance per unit length is mu 0 N square A, or it is mu 0 N square pi d square upon 4. From this equation, it is clear that the inductance depends on shape and size only. It is directly proportional to N square. It is directly proportional to area of the coil. And from this equation, it depends on size and shape, that is proportional to N square, proportional to A. And here, the unit of this permeability of free space is same as this unit of L upon L. Unit of L, we know it is Henry, because N square A, this N is number of turns per unit length. Hence, unit of this mu 0 is N upon, as this is N upon L, N square upon L square, that cancels with that area unit. Hence, unit of mu 0 is, permeability of free space is same as unit of this capital L upon L. This unit is Henry, this is meter. Unit of permeability is Henry per meter. Unit of mu 0 is Henry per meter. So this is about the inductance of solenoid. Inductance per unit length. It depends on only material, N square and area. Now our next article is inductance in series and parallel. We know in resistances in series and parallel. Similarly, there are expressions for inductance in series. Inductance in series. If number of inductors having inductance self inductances L1, L2, dash dash Ln are connected in series, the total inductance is addition of these L1 plus L2 plus and Ln, similar to resistances in series. If inductances are connected in parallel, if inductances are L1, L2, Ln, if they are in parallel, then total inductance 1 upon inductance, total inductance is 1 upon L1 plus 1 upon L2 plus 1 upon Ln. These are the formulae, same as resistances in series and resistances in parallel. Now our next article is energy stored in magnetic field. Energy stored in magnetic field. We know that changing magnetic flux in coil causes the induced EMF in the coil, and this induced EMF opposes the change in magnetic flux which is responsible for its production. Hence energy has to spend to overcome it, to build up the magnetic field. Some energy has to spend. This energy may be converted into heat in a resistance of circuit. In electrostatics, the electrostatic energy, we call it as UE, stored between the plates of capacitor having capacitance C and charge Q. It is 1/2 Q square by C. We know this formula, 1/2 Q square by C, or it is 1/2 CV square. Because Q is CV, Q square C square, Q square will be C square V square, 1 C cancels, and this is energy stored between the plates of capacitor, and we call it as electrostatic energy. For circuit having the inductance L, the EMF induced is E is equal to minus L di upon dt. E is equal to minus L di upon dt. The work done in moving charge dq against the EMF, the work done is dw is equal to minus E dq. E dq. Simply substitute value of this E, we write dw is minus, but here there is again minus sign, so L di upon dt into dq. But we know rate of flow of charge is a current. dq upon dt, we know it is a current. This dq upon dt is I, hence work done dw is Li di. dw is Li di. The total work done W is nothing but addition of such small works, and we write it as integration of dw. That addition we denote it by integration of dw, that is integration of Li di, but the limits of this integration are from 0 to I. 0 to I, and hence we write W as L is constant for the given inductor, 0 to I di, and we know integration I di is I square by 2, so this is L I square by 2 limits from 0 to I. Firstly, we substitute here upper limit, then minus lower limit, then we get this work done as 1/2 Li square. Suppose this is our equation 2, and suppose this is the equation 1. Electrostatic energy stored between the plates of capacitor is 1/2 CV square. Now this energy is stored, that work done is stored as energy in magnetic field UB. We call it as UB, energy stored in a magnetic field. We call it as 1/2 Li square. That is the equation 3. If we compare these equations 1 and 3, energy stored in magnetic field UB is analogous to energy stored in electric field UE. This is 1/2 CV square. Here there is 1/2 Li square. Again, energy stored per unit volume in magnetic field is 1/2 B square upon mu 0. Energy stored per unit volume in magnetic field. In magnetic field. Again, energy stored per unit volume in electric field. One half epsilon 0 into E square. 1/2 epsilon 0 into E square. Hence, these are the analogous equations. Epsilon 0 is the permittivity of free space. Mu 0 is the permeability of free space. Energy stored per unit volume in magnetic field is 1/2 B square upon mu 0. Energy stored per unit volume in electric field is 1/2 epsilon 0 into E square. Now our next article is mutual inductance. We know the self-inductance. Similarly, we see what is meant by mutual inductance. Mutual inductance. In self-inductance, mutual inductance is denoted by capital M. In self-inductance, we know production of induced EMF in a coil due to changes of current in the same coil. The phenomenon is a self-induction. EMF induced in the coil, but it is due to changes of the current in the same coil. In mutual inductance, we consider the two coils. First coil is called as primary coil. This is the circuit. Here there is a rheostat to change the current, key, and a battery. This coil is a primary coil. We call it as a primary coil. Current is passed through the primary coil, and suppose this current is I1. Near to this coil, the coil 2 is placed. This is coil 2, and galvanometer is connected in this circuit. This is galvanometer. It is used to detect the current in this second coil. This coil is a secondary coil. We call it as a coil 2. This is a coil 1. The magnetic field lines passes through both these coils like this. These are the magnetic field lines through the coils. Primary coil, in primary coil battery is connected. There is a rheostat to control the current or to change the current. Current passes in the primary coil and magnetic field is produced surrounding the primary coil. These two coils are placed side by side. Current I1 flows through this primary coil and it produces, current I1 flows through primary and it produces magnetic field of induction B1 nearby its sides, or it produces the magnetic induction B1 in surrounding of the coil 1. Suppose due to this magnetic field, the magnetic flux phi 21 means what? Magnetic flux in the second coil due to the first, because current is changing in the first. Magnetic flux changes and hence phi 21 is magnetic flux linked with surface area of S2 of coil 2 due to B1. Due to this B1 is surrounding this coil. This secondary coil is in the field of B1 and this magnetic flux in second coil due to first is phi 21 and it is integration B1 dA. B dA, so B1 dA. Now this magnetic flux in the second coil due to first, it is directly proportional to current in the primary coil. Magnetic flux in the second coil due to first, it is directly proportional to current in the first coil, or this phi 21 is equal to constant into I1. This constant is denoted by M21. So this phi 21 is M21 into I1. This constant M21 is mutual inductance of coil 2 with respect to coil 1. Very important. This is mutual inductance of coil 2 with respect to coil 1. Due to this phi 21, EMF is induced in the secondary coil, and that EMF induced in secondary is E21. Due to this flux phi 21, we know EMF is induced in the secondary, and that E21 is minus d phi 21 upon dt. By Lenz's law we know that induced EMF E21 is minus d phi 21 upon dt. But this d phi 21 is M21 into I1. If we substitute this value here, we get EMF induced in secondary due to first coil, primary coil, is equal to, this is a constant term, we write it as minus sign is already there, M21 di1 upon dt. M21 di1 upon dt. Suppose this is equation number 2. This equation 2 is nothing but EMF induced in the secondary coil due to the primary coil, and M2 is mutual inductance of second coil with respect to the coil 1. Similarly here, instead of current flowing in the primary coil, we say current flowing in the primary coil is I1. If we consider current flows in the secondary coil, and suppose that current is I2. If that current is I2, the flux produced in primary coil is Phi12, and that Phi12 is directly proportional to, this flux Phi12 is directly proportional to current in this secondary coil. Flux in the first coil due to the second is directly proportional to the current in the second. Hence, this Phi12 is equal to constant, and we call this constant as M12 into I2. Phi12 is equal to M12 into I2. What is M12? Mutual inductance of coil 1 with respect to coil 2, and hence EMF induced in coil 1 will be similar to this E12 by using the equation minus d phi12 upon dt. We write that EMF as minus M12 into di2 upon dt. Similar equation. EMF induced in the first coil due to changes of current in the second, that is minus M12 di2 upon dt. See these equations 2 and 3. By the symmetry that M12 is equal to M21, M12 is equal to M21, and suppose we write it as M12 is equal to M21, and suppose that is M, that is the mutual inductance. So Phi21, our earlier equation, that is Mi1, Phi21 is Mi1, and Phi12 is Mi2. M12 is equal to M21 is equal to M, and hence this M is, from this equation, this M is Phi21 upon I1, or that is Phi12 upon I2 from this equation. From this equation, this M is Phi21 upon I1. From this equation, this M is Phi12 upon I2. But what is this Phi21? Flux in the secondary coil. If primary coil is this first, and this I1 is current in the primary, so we write this as M is equal to phi s upon IP. Very simple. Mutual inductance is flux in the secondary divided by current in the primary. Flux in the secondary divided by current in the primary. Our general equation is M is phi s upon IP. So mutual inductance of two circuits or coils is magnetic flux linked with the secondary circuit per unit current IP in the primary circuit. See again, this mutual inductance between the two coils is magnetic flux linked with the secondary circuit per unit current IP in the primary circuit. This is the simple definition. Therefore, this phi s is flux in secondary is M into IP. Phi s is M into IP, and hence EMF induced in secondary will be, we call it as ES. We know that EMF is minus d phi s upon dt. EMF induced in secondary will be minus d phi s upon dt, or this ES is minus d upon dt of M into IP. We write this also as, this M is constant, so minus M dIP upon dt. ES is minus M dIP upon dt. By considering the magnitude alone, we ignore this negative sign, and by ignoring that negative sign, we write this M as, by ignoring the negative sign, we write the mutual inductance as magnitude of this ES, that is the EMF in secondary, divided by dIP upon dt. ES upon dIP upon dt. Hence here we define this mutual inductance in another way. Mutual inductance is defined as the value of induced EMF produced in secondary, value of induced EMF produced in secondary circuit per unit rate of change of current in the primary circuit. Mutual inductance is the value of induced EMF produced in secondary circuit per unit rate of change of current in primary circuit. And from this equation, again unit of this mutual inductance is, unit of EMF is volt, unit of current is ampere upon second, or we write it as volt second upon ampere. But we know volt upon ampere is nothing but ohm. So this unit is ohm into second, and it is also called as Henry. This unit is also called as Henry, that is H. And the dimensions are also very simple. Dimensions of this mutual inductance are, this EMF is work upon charge Q. Here there is current upon time, so here a T. This EMF is work upon charge. Here there is current upon time, so time. W into T, Q is IT into I. T get cancelled. W upon I square, that is the work upon I square. We know the dimensions of work, simple dimensions, M1, L2, T minus 2. And for current, that is I2. Hence, lastly, we get the dimensions of mutual inductance as M1, L2, T minus 2, I minus 2. These are the dimensions of mutual inductance. Now we define Henry. Sometimes question is like this: what is the unit of mutual inductance? State and define a unit of this mutual inductance. The SI unit of mutual inductance we know Henry. This is 1 Henry if this EMF is 1 volt and current changes at the rate of 1 ampere per second. So we define Henry. Mutual inductance is said to be 1 Henry if EMF induced in secondary is 1 volt when current in the primary changes at the rate of 1 ampere per second. Again, listen. The definition of Henry: the mutual inductance is said to be 1 Henry if EMF induced in the secondary is 1 volt when current in the primary changes at the rate of 1 ampere per second. Okay, today we stop here. Thank you.